Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's Peggy from the Pearl Forest, and today we're going to be playing with playing cards and an old favorite technique called stack and whack. So the way I have made my papers, when I make them for a bigger stack and whack, I cut them very accurately, but for playing cards, especially since they're kind of slippery, I opted to cut them a little bit bigger. You can see that it's just a little bit bigger. So let's cut one in a different direction, just to be different. Probably I'll cut the majority of this up eventually, but right now we'll just cut that much. So I have cut up a variety of papers this size for cards, and I have some cards in here, playing cards, excuse me. So I thought what we would do to start out is we would pick 5 papers that we would like to make something together. So why don't we use one of the ones we just cut and think what would we like with it, and maybe we'll make a few sets of them. So we've got like five playing cards here, but we could make more because I do have some handy. So if we use maybe those in a black, these trees would look nice with that one. We could do something with these purple flowers. I think that could also look nice with that. Here's these flowers. We have this fish that's kind of in the same family color-wise. This one I kind of like with that. We have some orange painted paper, maybe with that. Here's this one. We have some pink painted paper, at least it's sort of pink. We have some green, bright green, but that could go with that. Maybe this one could go there. And we have a more vibrant purple as well. So far, we're not doing too much with that one. What would be good with it? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Saw a green gingham in here. We'll call that one 5. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about that one? 5. So we have that one. And we have this one. This one has 3. This one has 4, and that one has 1. What would we like with that one? It's a different flower. Maybe we'll just put it here though, because we really need something. Or we could do neutrals. This just isn't going to give a lot of contrast, so I don't really want to do that. We have this one. That would give us at least some contrast. Here's another purple to go with that. We have orange and pink. That's similar. We have this one. We have some numbers that I threw in here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 1 more here and 2 more there. That's a possibility. Or this one. We could go with that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go like that. And our purple orange sort of theme. We could use this one also. It has purple and orange and pink. Why don't we do that? We'll have two the same in something, but that's okay because they're different. All right, so we'll put this back there. I have some pages out to glue on. I don't think we need our scissors, not for stack and whack. So we'll start with this one that's down here. Actually, I was thinking that this one would be nice just on a card by itself. I threw a few of those in there, so I'm going to see if I can trade that out for a different one. This one, this one. Don't really like the blue added. This is a orange one. Well, here's some pastel. It's kind of different, but that's okay. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've kind of scattered the colors out, and we'll line them up as best we can in their imperfection of being torn. And when we glue them on, we'll just glue them on so that they cover the card. And I don't have little binder clips with me, although I should have a stack of wax assortment of 5 binder clips. But we're just going to go ahead and go for it. So we have these. I'm going to go down a little bit. We have that one. Some of those definitely went over further. Nature of some of these papers do tear a little more. So that's our assortment. I forgot I'm making 5 cards with each one. But I'm in luck because I'm well supplied. There we go. So we're going to make 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I guess 5 piles with 5 cards. We're going to have 25. Check and make sure you can see me. Mostly my glue ones. I think so. If we move over just a little bit more, that will be better. Okay, so here's our upper corner here. Oh, that's nice. We got the butterfly mostly contained. Okay, and then this one, we start on the, not the first one, but the second one. So essentially each card, oops, I guess that is the whole thing. Each of these cards will get one of the pieces from each of our papers. Okay. I'll do this one here, which then we'll start on our 3rd card. Those are thicker. I keep thinking there's more than one. Okay, and then we go back over to here, which did not get, aha. This guy tried to take 2. There we go. Although that looks like the same piece of paper. That's because I have 2 stuck again. These guys are tricky. There we go. Okay, then we have this one, goes on number 4. This stack and whack is a lot of fun. You get very interesting designs. It's just kind of fiddly with the papers all. Let's see, they go this way. Emma. That's not the same one, is it? I guess they just look similar. Okay, so those are our 5 cards. Let's glue them on. Let's see, we'll start up here at this corner. We'll have to make a little bit of adjustments because they will overlap a little bit. Get them close to the edge because without leaving any cards showing, because we don't want to not have enough coverage. If you can cut yours just right, then you're doing a better job than I am. That's why I opted to cut them a little larger. I'm going to do this corner. These off. These little guys are wiggly. This is pretty. This pink one is wrapping paper. I think this is wrapping paper, painted paper, wrapping paper, and part of a calendar. Let's put this one on next. In my cleanup around the house, I have a variety of papers. Okay, and if they don't completely cover the whole card, that's okay. So there's our first one. This guy's running over here. Let's do this corner. It's got a big hunk of glue. Now these ones that got a lot of blue are going to have a lot of kind of bright focal point, and the other ones are more subtle. Yeah, I think my paper's getting too gluey. Not sure how. Oh, that one's fitting. I think on that one tear they slipped quite a bit. Oops. And we'll see if this one covers the card. I'm kind of having a feeling that it's not. This piece here is really not going where it needs to go. I think it goes way up here. There we go. Well, not too much card showing. Okay, there's another one. Okay, try this one with our pretty yellow butterfly. It's a nice botanical wrapping paper. And it's kind of a matte finish as opposed to the really glossy ones, so that's nicer too. You don't often find nice wrapping paper like that, at least not your average store. They do make it. It usually costs a lot more too. Okay, this one, calendar piece in here. Try not to cover it too much of the butterfly. And our peony paper. I want to get in there and paint some paper again soon. I really need some for my collages that I started. There's that one. And for the journals. Whoops, these are flopping all over the place. So these do go fairly quickly. There's still some decorating to do. But if you have some fussy cuts and other stuff, that part goes quickly too. And they're fun, like other people have said, because they make such variety. Out of the same paper. I think they would be great for any tag or journal card, but they also would be great for people who make cards. It would be great for that. And this one's going to stick off the edge a fair amount. We will be trimming it. This is a nice, might have split there a little bit, but oh well. This is a nice, fairly subtle on this side, and then the brighter pink on that side. Whoops. Oh, here. Set you down there. Wipe off a little bit of glue. Time to roll out the glue stick a little more. Let's see how fast we can do this many. I wasn't thinking that I had to do 5 for each stack that I made. I should know better, huh? Last time we made them, oops, on, I think, bigger cards or miscellaneous cards. It's part of our August hashtag challenge. Let's see, I'll put that at an angle. Get that glue. Let's see, this one. This straight edge on this side. One thing to watch out for is if your paper has a direction, like the butterfly, you might not want it upside down. So you want to put it in your stack, like this flower, in the right direction. Okay, I guess I do need my scissors. Careful. Okay, so we'll trim off our edges. And from experience, I am not going to scissor around my cards. That usually leads to deformed corners. I will use my corner punch instead. You can still see kind of how they came out. I don't have too much to trim off with my excess, but it's pretty hard to get them lined up exact. Now later we can add some kind of writable paper to the back of this, although you could write on the face of the card. People have done that in the past. It's nicer to have maybe a coffee dyed paper or something else that's not just the face of the card. Okay, this one. So I'm kind of blocking my clock a little bit now. I think I need to move my clock over closer to me. I'm used to using my phone for a clock or a timer or whatever, but that's what I'm filming with, so I know a lot of people get the fancy watches with the clock, computery stuff. I mean, it sounds funny to say, the fancy watches with the clock. You remember how they used to have clocks on the watches? Oh, funny. Okay, so these cards just have the smallest of corner. And I'm not going to distress them to save time, but I will go back and distress them later. And I wish I could ask your opinion. Do you want me to decorate these 5? Or do you want me to decorate one from each of the 5? But since we're not live, I can't ask you. Let's do this one because it will be different kind of colors. Let's see. Let's put this one in between. And maybe even these ones in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we don't want 6. Let's lose the hearts because they're different. Yeah, let's go with these 5. Now, some of these are smaller. That's how I think we got off before. Okay. Maybe I'll switch this one around so we use the shorter one for our guideline. So I think I'll make kind of a swoop and an angle. Oops. Maybe just a little one there. Kind of distribute the sizes a little differently. So we need 5 cards. We'll just start with this one, and on the back end here. I think that hill might be upside down, but that's what we got. Okay, so we're kind of going backwards, but it doesn't really matter. It's just we need to distribute these onto their cards. See, that one then goes over here. And this was 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, oops, 4. And 5. That one's a little small. Okay, let's put these up a little bit. Oops. And we'll glue this one. Okay, we'll start with this corner. Do you have a stash of things that are partly made or completely finished, or do you make things mostly, whoops, yeah, mostly for whatever project you're working on? I can see doing some of each, but I think it helps to have some things made up ahead of time. I like that, even though it's not black, it's a dark color, it does blend the black and gray in. Oh good, that did cover. So set that over there. Those two might be a problem because they've splattered a little bit. So we'll come back to them last. This paper's folded a little. Unfold it. Okay. You have old calendars where you've written on them for your calendar planning. You can glue them down on cards like this where the written backing doesn't show. You wouldn't want your personal information in the writing space. Let's see, how far down does that go? Okay, we've got plenty of room. So we'll just run that off the edge a little bit. Sorry if I'm getting quiet. I have found that I do that sometimes. Not sure which. I think it goes this way. I apologize. I've listened to one of my videos where I could barely hear it because it was too quiet, even at full volume. I really apologize for that. I do not have a lapel mic. That would help. And perhaps I can get one of those. This really sticks out the sides a lot. But in the meantime, I am trying to remember to talk louder so you don't have to turn up your volume, because when you turn your volume way up and then I clunk the scissors on the table, it's not pleasant, is it? And I do know that in one of my videos I actually yelled, and I'm so sorry and embarrassed about that, but it just scared me and I couldn't go back and do it again because there were things I did I just couldn't go back and do, and I have no idea how to edit a video. So I did put a warning at the beginning and told about where it was. I just tore that one. Which just means we're going to have some of this color in it. There we go. That goes over there. And I know when I'm outside doing one, there's a lot of other background noises that make it hard as well. Okay, let's see. This has to go here because we have this one. And we have our corner. And we have this one. I think this one goes there. This goes down here. So our butterfly must go in there. Okay. If anyone's ever interested in doing a local workshop, I would be open to that in the future. Currently, I can't, but hopefully in the near future I could be available for that. We could just work together in a shared space and shared ideas and things. But I also have a workshop prepared if anyone is interested in that. Could possibly do kind of a faux retreat online. I've had that idea as well, where we're just at home, but it's kind of like a retreat in some ways, like Zoom or sharing some things Anyway, I have some ideas on that, but I don't know how any of you feel about that idea. I do know of a day retreat place near here. I'm not sure if there's a overnight one that I know of, but I can research that. And we have a little card showing there, but that's okay. It just adds a little more interest. Remember, if you know anyone that plays poker, you might have a good source of damaged poker cards to use for junk journal. And you might also find other people that are a good resource for your journal supplies. I've wondered about the diamond art, whether those diamonds might be kind of fun on a card, on a journal card or a tag. You know, add a little bling. I'm not sure exactly how they work, but I think the kits are such that they're extra pieces in case you know, drop one, damage one in some way. So probably people who do those have extra pieces at the end, which they may want to keep for themselves, and then they may not. So rather than throwing them away, that's an option. This is kind of a different collection of colors. Orange and black and gray and brown. Kind of a fall nature collection, I think. I know I have a lot of videos that come out. They've been coming out most every day for the last month or so, and maybe that's too much for you to watch, but you can pick and choose, I guess. And maybe they're not interesting, especially as I first start filming. You know, I've had some bloopers and working on my technique, but I hope you'd at least check back to see if there's something along the way that you can find useful. Okay, so we have this collection done, and timing wise, I think we should probably decorate them and save these for later. I need to round these, and I'm not sure how many of these we'll even decorate. I've been getting my shelf above my desk and surrounding my desk organized and things put up there, but they're kind of starting to block my way to the clock. So I think I need to move it. So I don't keep you too long. Okay, so our glue papers. Get a little glue off my fingers. All right, so what do we have that we might want to decorate? And we won't be able to do all of them, but we'll put them out here to see what we want to do. Butterfly wing. A little bit of wing on that one. I think this one goes down there. Excuse me. A little sneeze. Okay, so what would we like to put on these? We would like maybe some things over here. We have this heron. We have, it's kind of too much the same as those colors. Looks nice on that one though. We have this darker one. This says Happy Thanksgiving. Could go on that one. This is music with some creature directing the music. I'm not sure what that is. Speaking of music, I do have a little music here. Maybe this one would like a little music down the side. Maybe with the number 17. Just go up here. Put that one on there. And let's see. I have this stripe. This butterfly is upside down. Oops, this pinwheel. I have some books. Possibility on that one. And let's look at butterflies. And this one has, there's the butterflies, but this one has a collection of different things. Oops. There's a little bird. We have this black and white vase. Ticket might be nice with that one. A little cactus. A couple cactuses maybe, I don't know. And this is kind of some miscellaneous ones I've thrown in here. It's a mason jar that just says enjoy. Let's look at our butterflies. These are our small and medium ones. Let's see if our really big one. It's not bad, even though there's another butterfly in the back. A lot of these are too big. I like that one better. Yeah, I like that one. It's this wrong color. I need an in-between assortment of butterflies. Maybe with some paper under that, that could be good. That's a purple one. And Maybe we like, yeah. Here's a little yellow one. This one does go with it more, but no, I like that one. Here's a, looks like a dried leaf, but it's a moth. No. Green. Little orange one. No. Let's see. How about these medium ones? Maybe one of these. Go with the bird. Something to go with our Thanksgiving. This black. That's upside down. Kind of blends in. And let's see, I think this does need a word, but maybe this needs something too. I don't know. Let's see. That one is already yellow, so I don't really want another one that's yellow. Kind of in between the two colors would be good. Or maybe pink that brings up the pink. Yeah, whoops. This look good on there. I think it needs a different color. Yeah. Maybe something kind of like the jar. And this one needs something. We have this bright red butterfly, which I kind of like and I kind of don't. Something under that it might. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that or not. Kind of think I don't like that. It's too big. There's already butterfly wings. And I did some of these little ones that were in the box. Would we be happier with a blue butterfly? No. Maybe that one needs a blue one. That might just need a word. This one needs something. Let's look at the flowers. Flower and plant container is very full. We do have these flowers. And then try to find something that goes down there. These are kind of floating extra. Leaves. Maybe one of these would look nice. Whoops, behind our bird. Which which we could tell better if we cut this out. Still need to fussy cut down below. But that'll help determine whether this is good for that or not. Maybe it needs something darker. And kind of like that. So we have everything else we need. This one needs like a word or something. Unless we put a mushroom in here. I think that's good. It still, I think, could use a word, but I do not have words cut out yet. Oops, here's some more flowers. You can see my plant and flowers is quite full. Okay, let's put these on. We'll start with this one. And I'm sorry if I'm going over. I'm not sure even what over is, but I also can't tell for sure what time it is. Okay. Try to hurry. Move this one down. Oops. Do our bird. Here. And our butterfly. Okay. Time-wise, I don't think we can finish all these. I'll be keeping you too long. Or I could keep going and you could just leave early. I'm just going to leave the cards for right now, but there's one that we have done. Do this one, which is a simple one. Do I want to put anything else under it? No, I think I'm just going to leave it as it is. Kind of simple, but it'll be nice for giving thanks or fall Thanksgiving theme. Okay. Fixing the corners from when I put on the paper. And I'm only distressing the front because it doesn't stay on nice on the slick part of the card. And if I cover them with paper, we can do something different then. Okay. This vase with the flowers, I have a lot of those. They were from a handout with directions. I think they were like part of a postcard or something for a kids' activity thing I made. And before I threw them away, I cut out the little postcards and all these little vases. So I have a lifetime supply. but I will be sharing them as well. Things that I have excess of, I will be sharing with people, either at a retreat or in a kit. Let's see, does this one need a refreshing? Feels like, I'm just really focused on cleaning out my house of the excess and organizing it up, so it's my focus of the moment. Let's do one of these. Okay. Looks like I already distressed the edge. These can be little journal spots too if you want. And on these we could put something down as a pocket, but I don't think that we will for this. So I don't really think what we're putting on makes good pockets, except the ticket, and I have that at an angle and have things to go over the top of it. I think I need a new glue page. This one is eating my thing here. Okay, I'm gonna keep the number, part of the ticket, kind of rotate it around, somewhat of an interesting fashion. Remember, when you go to use them, you can always add things. Oops, I like this. Sometimes the glue on my finger is stickier than the glue on the paper, like right now. When I start doing that, that's usually a sign that I have too much glue on my fingertips. Okay, trim these up. And I'll give you a peek at them close up at the end. Okay, we'll do this one. We could just trim this just slightly more. And we could actually notch out these wing to head spaces. Okay, we have our butterfly in 2 pieces. Let's see, I wanted it to go at this angle in the book. I wonder if I should have it over the book a little bit. We'll put that half down. And then we'll put the book down. Whoops. And then we'll put our butterfly back together. Just attempt to. Touching there. No, that looks good. There, now it can overlap the book. This needs to be glued down a little more. Okay, this one I think needs a little something. Word, label, something. But I'm going to leave that till journal time, see if it's a digital or a certain theme that may direct what I want to put on there. Okay, and we could do this one, and that'll be 3 of each. Okay, cut this piece off. I wish I could have done them all for you, but you'd have to be here for hours. This is just a piece of scrapbook paper or digital. Might be a digital. Okay. And our little mason jar here. Paper stuck to my hands. It says enjoy. And our butterfly, which I think I can cut a little closer. And sometimes I leave the antennas and sometimes I don't. But we can at least go in between these here and give it a little de-whiting. Kind of gives it a pretty color actually. And then we have this up here, plus our butterfly and our paper. And these corners look okay. So let's do this one and then let's look at what we made and let you go. Maybe I'll finish them before I do the thumbnail. Okay, so we made this card with the stack-a-whack method on a playing card. We made this one. Number 3. 4. 5. And 6. Thank you for joining me as Peggy at the Pearl Forest, and I look forward to seeing you later. And check out the thumbnail. You can see how I finish these, and later on I'll finish some more of them, and you'll see them in my journals and my done box and other things like that. Thank you. Come back to from the Pearl Forest again, and I'll see you later. Have a great day.